Fish out of water looking at it.
Buy my baby some shoes. Hello?
911, what's your emergency?
I'm so tired of heartbreak. That I thought someone makes me high. Say hi, little crawfish. Say hi, little crawfish. Baby Cora, I hope you seeing this from hell. Your mama don't even miss you. I like to eat my doo-doo.
This TikToker with over 1 million followers staged her daughter's death live in front of her audience.
So Cora Miracle is dead, and the situation is just over, but I thought I'd do one last goodbye, one last let go.
She also manipulated her 4-month-old baby for flirting with her boyfriend.
When she was like a month and a half old, she was constantly flirting with my boyfriend.
Claimed that her daughter lost her virginity to the same man.
When she was 4 months old, that's when they finally had sex. She lost her virginity.
And then decided to make some money off her by letting older men sleep with her for $300.
So I started pimping her out. I started making that change. I started making that little money off that little. So I was getting paid big bucks. Men were paying like $300 a piece. Some of these men were paying $300 a piece, close to $500 a piece, just to get some from that.
What disturbed everyone was how lovely Peaches loved doing all of this, and when she ran out of disturbing ideas, she took her drama offline by breaking into a Cuban-American influencer's home.
I'm by myself. I have no family. So that's how you know motherfuckers do shit like that to me.
Harassing people in public.
Oh, this is good. I'm gonna say.
Assaulted their pets, and eating her own poop. Sure, the internet was horrified, but shockingly, her follower count grew as people kept watching to see what she'd do next.
You know, stepping did a couple of tapes, did a couple DVDs, made a couple mistakes, didn't know what I was doing.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh.
Even commented that they still care for her, and called her a really nice person.
Oh my god. Peaches, can you say hi to Olivia Mack and Kalantra?
Hi, Olivia Magic Casa. I love you.
So this in return convinced Peaches to do anything to entertain her fans, specifically eating a used sanitary pad and period-stained underwear. Or licking her clients' toes in such a disgusting way.
Feel sucking shit out my foot, bro. Look at it.
Daddy?
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt that Peaches is a living meme because of the nasty stuff she does for attention. In 2019, she became a meme again when her song Burnin' and Itchin' went viral on TikTok. The song, which was inspired by her STD symptoms, surprisingly was being sung by famous TikTokers.
Itching and burning, itching and burning, itching and burning. Stanky and fishy, stanky and fishy, stanky and fishy. I got STDs. Oh, they make my coochie itch.
Apart from that, Peaches worked as a tax worker mainly because she wanted to spread STD to her clients. Her mission was for her clients to pass the diseases to their wives.
Are you crying just because we have AIDS?
Who's we? Please, 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 you blame my bitch, please.
Stop crying, you fool. It ain't that serious.
AIDS is serious.
It was as if her cruelty had no limits, because she killed her dog and performed a ritual like dancing with the dead dog. She would also create content around her poor personal hygiene and weird kinks. This was why she quickly became famous. For example, this video of her drinking her urine had thousands of views.
Yeah, I'm about to do it.
And from there, things took a dark turn. What am I watching? Who is she? Is she Peaches? It's Peaches, but her real name is Brittany Johnson, a name that millions of her followers would recognize as a sex worker and someone who is a danger to her child. Peaches found herself pregnant at 17 and decided to keep the baby, but not because she wanted her. This was a chance for her to become famous, so she used shocking stories about her daughter to get attention.
Hi. So I just had baby Cora. Sorry, sweetie. Sorry. It's okay.
She was desperate for fame, and she loved attention. Her love attention-seeking attitude was like a disease because it had poisoned her soul. She started featuring her infant daughter in her videos. However, it wasn't in the creative way most influential moms do.
Bro. Okay, so literally, my daughter, I remember the first time she called me mom, and I had spit in her face. And I said, she's just a dirty little piece of shit.
Peaches' brightest idea was to say trashy things about her baby, Cora Miracle.
Honestly, Cora, you screwed. You were f***ing screwed. You thought you was gonna come into this world and make my life live in hell? No. I'm thinking of punish my baby. Like, I feel like she's been beat, spit on. Like, all that is old. I gotta think of new ways to make that suffer. Cause at this point, she used to getting beat.
This was her most disturbing and sickening idea as she shared vivid lies about physically and sexually assaulting her child.
When the doctors first handed me that piece of shit, I said to myself, I really want to see her have sex with a man. But like I was saying, I tried to sell my baby and the sex trafficking when she was alive. She was molested very often. I did get paid to get her molested. These men were paying me to have sex with her because she was very nice looking to them.
She would also post about her daughter's abuse on her social media accounts. On Instagram, she wrote, "Talk to you guys later. About to put wax toys in my daughter's sushi. Thank you, Judge. At this point, we want to warn you. Brace yourself because her confessions will make your skin crawl and your stomach turn."
Okay, so Cora Miracle, she's 2 years old. She's my daughter. When I gave birth to Cora Miracle, I automatically knew that she was a piece of shit. She's worthless. She's ugly. Her head is huge. Like, okay. I already knew I hated the but I never really did anything about it.
It began with her making videos about her pregnancy journey and her child's birth. At first, it sounded like a mother reliving the moment she had her precious daughter, but her narration turned dark when she started talking about how she assaulted her child.
That's what happened. Cora Miracle, she came home with me. I wasn't very happy or pleased with what I gave birth to. So when I had her alone, I pretended like I was giving her a bath. So in case I had to talk to any police or doctors, I could say it was an accident. So you know what I'm saying? So I put her in the tub.
Peaches said that she threw Cora on the floor. Then she mentioned that she cut off her umbilical cord and the baby had to be rushed to the hospital.
So I kind of rubbed it all over my hands. I grabbed her and I literally dropped her like this in the sink. And she was crying her ass off. Like, she almost busted her head wide open. She was crying. She was in a lot of pain. So I found that completely hilarious. My family made me take her to the doctor the next day because she was in a lot of pain. But like I said, I had an alibi. The soap was slippery. So that's what I told them. They checked her out. She was fine. A few bruises. And I was cleared for it being an accident. Secondly, her umbilical cord, I cut it off with scissors. You know, you're supposed to let it fall off, but I cut that bitch off with scissors.
According to Peaches, after she cut off her daughter's umbilical cord, it became infected. Her stomach was hurting terribly because it had been cut off too soon.
They did give me medicine because her tummy was hurting and stuff. Apparently it was a open thing because I cut it off early. And you're supposed to let it fall off, which I knew that, but I want her to suffer.
The baby was given some medication at the hospital, but Peaches didn't want to give her baby the medication because she wanted her to be in pain and to suffer. However, her family ensured that she did. From there, the punishments became harsher because her goal was to make her child suffer as much as possible. Peaches confessed that whenever her baby woke up crying at night, she would pinch her skin really hard.
I used to pinch her skin. If she woke me up at 3 a.m., I would literally throw her to the floor, or I would pinch her skin really hard, and she would cry. I used to choke her, slap her, punch her, all type of things when she was a few days old.
She hated being woken up at night, especially as early as 3 a.m., and the punishment for that was choking and slapping her little girl. One time, Cora woke Peaches up at 3 a.m., and she was so mad that she grabbed her little arms and tried to break them.
I remember one time she woke me up at 3 a.m. and I was really pissed off, so I grabbed her by her arm and I jerked her out of her little crib. I grabbed her arm, I jerked that hoe out her crib, and damn near broke her arm off. And
it didn't stop there. She left her baby at home and she went out to party. Fortunately, a neighbor noticed that she had abandoned the child, so she called the cops.
Like I said, I had got in trouble because I left her at home by herself, and she was on the swinging. And I left her home by herself, and the swing was on the floor, and she was halfway out the swing, and one of the neighbors saw her because I left the door open. So one of the neighbors was passing by with their nosy ass, called the police because they saw her on the floor.
The abuse didn't end with child neglect. Peaches claimed that her boyfriend was attracted to her daughter when he first laid eyes on her as a newborn. He described the baby as sexy and beautiful and wanted to touch her inappropriately. Peaches told him she was too young and that he should wait until she was a few months old.
When my boyfriend laid eyes on her, he said she was very sexy, very beautiful, and that he really wanted to be with her. And I said, not yet, because she's only a few days old, and I don't want her to be in too much pain due to the fact that police are very, how they are about things of that nature.
She claimed that her baby constantly flirted with her boyfriend.
When she was like a month and a half old, she was constantly flirting with my boyfriend, and she did it for literally months. Like, he would change her diaper, she would be flirting with him, and literally just like looking at him, basically trying to get him to touch on her.
But it was when her daughter was 4 months old that she lost her virginity, because she gave her boyfriend permission to molest her. She also cheered him on while she watched her daughter bleed and cry in pain.
So she was flirting with him for a really long time. When she was 4 months old, that's when they finally had sex. She lost her virginity. And after that, she basically had sex with my boyfriend, and that's when it all went downhill.
Here's another sick part. She enjoyed beating her daughter for wanting her boyfriend to touch her. How the freak are you laughing at the fact that you beat your daughter? You're such a horrible human being, and you deserve to rot in jail. How does a 4-month-old want a grown man to touch her in a dirty way? Afterwards, Peaches claimed that she allowed her clients to touch her daughter sexually so she could pay her rent. She took $300 from every man who slept with her child.
I started making some money off this little hoe, so she wanted to be a little dirty ass little hoe. So I started pimping her out. I started making money off of it. I enjoyed watching her get a lot of times. I would actually smile as she would get and I could see the pain in her eyes. She would look at me with so much pain and fear in her eyes, and all I would do is just smile. I was like...
She made up stories about harming her child. Then she even released a 3-part video series about those lies. She said her family didn't know she was harming her child because she was careful not to leave bruises on her skin.
Basically, I told them I'm going to feed her. I'm going to go warm my bottle and feed her. You guys can go back to sleep, because she was crying really, really loud. And normally they'll take her and bring her into their room and let her sleep in there when she gets fussy at 3 a.m. But I did not want them to see the bruises or the pinches on her skin. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take her, yada, yada, yada.
She was almost exposed when she pulled off her child's entire fingernail, but she convinced her family that it was an accident. Peaches told them she was trying to trim the baby's fingernail when it came off.
One time I was with Cora, and I just wanted to do anything to hurt her, and I had pulled her whole entire fingernail off. And it was kind of hard to explain what happened. You know how a lot of times, like, babies' fingernails grow and they say you're supposed to bite the fingernails off? Well, I had to come up with something. I was trying to trim her fingernails, and I made a mistake and took her whole nail off.
Apart from her sick stories of torturing her daughter, she called her daughter really troubling names like hoe and worthless.
Today is my daughter's 2nd birthday, so happy birthday, you nasty little worthless whore. Love, Mommy. Mwah.
She said that right from the moment she gave birth to her little girl, she knew that she was worthless. From insults, she moved to something unthinkable. She tried to sell her daughter to sex traffickers.
And I decided I wanted to get rid of her for good. But what I meant by that is that I wanted to sell her into sex trafficking to get her out of my hair. I started meeting up with pimps.
As if that wasn't bad enough, she started thinking of her killing her daughter.
I was at one point, I was going to kill her intentionally, because I didn't kill her intentionally. But I was going to kill her intentionally, but I didn't know that I could make a lot of money off her.
What drove her was the fear that her daughter was going to have a good life. Since she didn't have the kind of life she wanted as a child, she wanted her daughter to suffer. As horrible as it sounded, the truth is it was all a lie.
Look it up. Well, most of you already know anyways if you're watching this video. But anyways, I said certain things, and first of all, I want to clear it up that I've never done any of the things that I said I did, the bad things. I've never done any of the bad things I said I did. I was basically just like, you know, trolling.
Peaches' daughter, Cora, lived with her family. Her father had custody of her daughter because she ran away from home. The first time she ran away from home, she was 13. That's because her mother passed away.
How long have you been living on your own? I have been on my own since I was 13 years old. I'm 18 years old now.
Then at 17, Peaches ran away again after having her baby. She was also battling depression, so when she returned, she wasn't allowed to have custody of her child.
Not for no followers.
Have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
Hey, I needed something, and there you are. It's gonna be a great moment.
Just depression.
Depression, bipolar, or anything like that?
Just depression.
Just depression.
And then anxiety.
Anxiety?
But she was allowed to visit her during Thanksgiving and Christmas. The videos she had made of her and her daughter were taken during those short visits.
My daughter is and always has been good. She lives with her grandfather, who I'm very close to. I'm able to go over there whenever I want. I last saw her on Thanksgiving. I went there for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Maybe out of bitterness or wanting to fight back, she made up these dark stories of assaulting her daughter who wasn't in her care. But some of her fans couldn't stand her lies anymore. The fact that she'd make up this whole elaborate story still makes me sick. Sick in the head or not, I am dragging her. She gained people's attention. The videos of her daughter's abuse went viral, making her $1,000 every week.
So anyways, my personal messages with the pimp eventually went viral. Some of our personal messages, personal phone calls. I was able to get myself out of trouble with that, and I eventually continued doing what I was doing. Basically, Cora was going to make me rich.
Peaches was so caught up in her fantasy that she was convinced that her baby was bullying her, and all the crazy stuff she had made up was her way of defending herself.
At me because of you. You are starting this shit on me. You got motherfuckers coming at me because they look at you as being innocent because you portray yourself as an innocent person. You portray yourself as being innocent. Honestly, if I was y'all, I would take her side too, because she portrays herself as the innocent person.
She made a separate YouTube channel to post the 3-part series about Cora Miracle, which included horrible claims of her baby sleeping with her boyfriend.
With my man. And the thing is, this is not the first time she did it. And now she's doing it again, and I just feel like, where is the loyalty? Where is the love? Like, it's just kind of messed up to me, because I feel like after a while you start to grow up.
She even claimed that her toddler got pregnant, so she was about to become a grandmother.
So I might be a grandmother soon because my daughter thinks that she's pregnant. And I'm just so excited because I never thought I would be a grandmother. So I might be a grandmother soon. So congratulations to me. I'm so excited.
She really wanted people to believe she was capable of anything, so she went deeper with her lies. She told her fans that she sometimes bathed her child with really hot water or bleach.
I used to run really, really hot bath water, and I would let her sit there for a little while. I used to pour bleach on her, but not that much, because like I said, you ain't trying to get arrested, you know, you ain't trying to have all these marks on your child's body. But
then her daughter would look at her with so much pain and fear in her eyes, and she would smile because she enjoyed watching her suffer. She didn't post these stories on her main YouTube channel because she knew it could be taken down, and she kept reposting it to get people to continue to talk about her.
First, well, if you want to know some other things, I did post like 4 other videos. I posted the story of Cora Miracle part 1 and part 2. This is technically part 3 in my final video. But you want to watch those videos before I delete them or find them on the internet somewhere, because I will be deleting this whole entire channel. Like nothing ever happened. This will be over with in about a few hours when I deactivate the channel.
To make her story more believable, a few weeks later she posted that her daughter had died. Peaches said she had accidentally murdered her child.
Yes, I did kill my baby, but there are 2 sides to every story. The day I killed my baby, we got into a really bad argument. We were arguing, and we got into a fight, and I just got the best of her. I wrapped my hands around her throat, and that was that. She wasn't breathing no more.
That shocking statement was the final straw. Her family stepped in, restricting how much access she had to her daughter, but she couldn't help telling these sick lies. So, how did the child die? Peaches said she choked her to death. According to her, they got into an argument which turned into a fight, and she wrapped her hands around her child's neck until she stopped breathing.
I kind of went overboard, and I got so freaking angry with her, and I grabbed her by the throat and I choked that hoe for about a minute straight.
Then she tried to revive her by slapping her around. When the child didn't regain consciousness, she freaked out because she didn't know what her fans and family would think of her.
Anyways, she stopped breathing, and I tried to bring her back. I tried CPR. I slapped her a few times, and she was gone. And I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what my family would think, what my fans would think, or even just acquaintances or just viewers, what they would think.
In her head, Cora was dead. She passed away before her first birthday, and she needed to convince herself that she was alive. So she used her daughter's photos as a wallpaper and screensaver. She even said that she was brokenhearted and grieving for her.
So I will continue to post pictures of my baby because I'm grieving. And now you know what happened, because you can't find out what happened from anybody else but the actual mom.
And even though she was upset about losing her daughter, she was excited that she wouldn't be responsible for her anymore.
I'm not worried about losing her. It's about all the money I lost.
She said she didn't intentionally kill her and that it wasn't her fault because mistakes happen. She also mentioned that she was a teen mom, and she was proof that teen moms are terrible.
Mistakes happen as parents, and I'm a teen mother. Teen moms are terrible parents. This is what happened this is what happens to teen mothers. This is what happens to teen mothers. Teen mothers aren't good moms. I'm proof of that.
She ensured that she made her viewers know the video wasn't a joke, a prank, or staged, but that was exactly what it was, a rage bait. Peaches wanted to get people to react, and that was why she kept reposting the videos so people would continue to talk about them.
This video is not a joke. I know I joke a lot, so I'm getting it out there now. This video is not a joke. Everything I said, I was 100% serious. This is not an April Fool's prank. This is not a childish joke. I'm being 100% serious because I'm just done.
The truth is that some of her fans enabled her ill behaviors. This comment is proof of that. One of her loyal fans had said, "I'm so happy that Cora has been dealt with and put out of the way. She was always annoying us when she'd be interfering in Peach's lives, screaming and crying and hollering and begging for milk. It's not Peach's job to take care of another human being. Cora had what she had coming for her. It's time to let the past go and move on." However, not everyone was on her side. Many viewers voiced their anger and disapproval. One viewer said that she knows that Cora isn't dead, but she wouldn't like seeing the videos her mother made about her when she grows up. It would certainly be heartbreaking for the girl knowing her mother hated her so much. Another upset viewer wanted to know why she wasn't in jail for her actions. Why is she laughing about this? Put her in jail. Like this viewer, you're probably wondering why no one reported her to the police. The truth is, her entire career was built on shocking stunts, and people often dismissed her behavior as just another act. These stunts made her famous. There are several controversial videos of her, and this is someone who has eaten a roach.
Y'all, I just ate the most delicious roach. He had kind of like a Cajun style with him. Like, he kind of tasted like, I'll have to say, just kind of spicy.
She also claimed to have made out with her sister, and does really disgusting stuff.
So first of all, please don't judge me, but me and my sister used to, you know what I mean?
So when she started talking about abusing her daughter, her viewers knew it was a prank and that Cora wasn't in danger. But they became suspicious when the videos got graphic and the details started becoming awful. Also, in all three videos, she kept talking about the same things over and over, which made people start to think that there was some truth in what she was saying.
You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society.
Aside from the fact that she was making up wild tales about her daughter, she composed a diss track for her birthday.
You call her Cora Miracle, but I call her Cora Mira Ho. Let's go. Cora used to... She thinks she lit. She thinks she the shit. But ho, you ain't shit. You ain't bout shit. You can suck my cause you ain't lit. This make me sick. She thinks she all that. But little... You can't even scrap. When I slapped you in your face, you looked at me stupid.
No one should ever say these words to a child. A lot of people started talking about saving Cora, even if the things her mother was saying were made up. Hence, many people began a petition calling for her to be banned and for her child to be taken from her care. How this works is that a group of people would write a formal request to the government or authorities to take action. Activist groups such as Children's Riot and the Salvation Foundation took up the matter. They created awareness to save Cora from her mother.
Need help. I just became aware of a number of videos on social media posted by a person by the name of can't verify if they are true or false, but those videos are among the most disgusting and repulsive videos I've ever seen. Lovely Peaches, this is for you, so pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. You need to know that I will do everything in my power to rescue your child from your satanic hold on her, and I promise you I will find you and see that you are arrested, indicted, convicted, and sentenced. And don't think for a moment.
Over 100,000 people signed the petition to have Cora removed from her mother's care. Cora Miracle is a 4-month-old child in need of a new home away from Brittany Johnson. A lot of people felt that if Cora grew up in her care, she would turn out to be like her. They didn't want her to be exposed to her mother's attention-seeking behavior. But to everyone's utter shock, they found out that Cora wasn't in her custody. According to the Salvation Foundation, Cora is safe and alive. They also revealed that the child was in the custody of Peaches' family. Also, everything she'd been saying were all lies and imaginary tales.
So I punched her, and we was just arguing back and forth, and she didn't fight me back. She was literally just laying on the bed looking at me, slapping her.
This comment, which was left on the Change.org petition, rightly sums up why she told such outrageous lies. It reads, "She is a mentally struggling young adult and a teen mom who is doing everything possible to become famous and make money to support her daughter. After the stunts she pulled, her visitation rights were canceled, and people even campaigned on social media and wrote petitions that she should be arrested and banned from social media. Because if someone could confess to commit such serious crimes for fame, and the police did nothing about it, what's stopping other creators from doing the same? Sure, she lost her social media accounts, but she wasn't arrested. However, losing custody of her child and her social media account didn't make her change her ways. She probably thought that since she got away with it, she was untouchable."
Me because of you. You are starting this shit on me. You got motherfuckers coming at me because they look at you as being innocent because you portray yourself as an innocent person. You portray yourself as being innocent. Honestly, if I was y'all, I would take her side too, because she portrays herself as the innocent person.
She even boasted that no one could tell her story better, and that was why she was sharing them herself. But eventually the law caught up with her, not for child-related claims, but for animal cruelty, which led to a warrant for her arrest. In 2021, she was taken into custody on charges of abusing her 6-month-old puppy, but this wouldn't be the first time she would torture her pets. Back in 2018, she posted that she killed her dog. She demonstrated how she took the dog's life. She pretended as if she was knocking herself out. Then she performed a ritual like dancing with the dead dog.
She just actually posted a video of her choking her dog. I don't know why that's what it took for the world to open their eyes and turn against her, but everyone, including most of her followers, were finding ways to help that dog. Some people even going so far as to trying to find the location that she was currently in. Twitter was going crazy, posting different photos of her where she was at, but finally the police decided to step in and they met her at her apartment.
Apparently, she had also performed some sexual acts on the dead dog. A Twitter user recalls how she forced the dog to perform oral sex on her. There is a video of Lovely Peaches forcing her puppy to lick her genitals, and she did the same to the dog. No one had any real proof of the things she claimed to have done to her dog, so the issue died when she started another controversy. However, in 2021, footage of Peaches abusing her 6-month-old Jack Russell Terrier started circulating. In her usual ways, she started talking about how she was assaulting her puppy, and she seemed so proud of herself.
Honestly made me too angry. We were walking and he stopped and peed in the grass, and I told him, "Don't pee in the grass." So we went back. When we finally got back inside, I took one of his legs and I broke it in half. And it was honestly very easy to break. So he started screaming in pain. So I broke his other leg to make him be quiet, but he just started screaming even louder. So now he's in the bathtub in the hot water.
In this video, she roughly picked up the puppy by his neck. She claimed that she had broken the dog's legs, and in another live stream she sprayed perfume in the poor creature's eyes. She promised her fans that she would eat the dog if it died. Later on, she made a heartbreaking confession that she lost her dog.
Max is no longer with us. I just lost control. I'll tell the full story tomorrow, but all his stuff has been disposed of except for that little puppy mat there.
She also announced the dog's passing on Instagram with the caption, "Max is no longer with us." A fan asked if she killed her dog, and she said yes. Peach's posts and videos about Max triggered a lot of viewers. Why did you torture this poor animal who wants to only love you? It was one thing to do weird stuff for social media attention, but to hurt an innocent dog, that was unforgivable. Now people could see how damaged she was, kicking and choking a 6-month-old puppy for fun, even threatening to throw it out of the window. Peaches was acting out her wicked fantasies, like kicking and beating her pet, the same way she talked about punishing her daughter. her. She had to be stopped before she actually harmed the dog. Her followers sent the disturbing footage to the police. The DeKalb County Police Department's phones rang non-stop until they sent officers to investigate the situation. When the cops knocked on her door, the dog was hiding in fear in a corner. The dog was so terrified of her. Who knows how much torture she had put him through.
That's not something that should be joking about.
At all. He's all scared.
He's scared to death.
The police asked about the dog's well-being, and she insisted that he was doing fine. She pointed out that he had food and water and he was fine.
As you can see, he's fine. Food right there.
What? So you making threats to harm your dog for followers?
Okay. Yes, but I didn't do it like that.
How long you had this dog?
A few weeks.
But the cops called her out on her lies.
You were following somebody and they made an allegation that you would harm something for someone.
Yeah, but I make jokes all the time, so I know they make jokes.
That's not funny. You talking about harming a puppy?
I don't even have a window to throw him out of.
Well, you do have a window and you have a door
That's
and a
the window
balcony.
open.
But you have a door and a balcony.
They pressed further and she revealed that she sprayed perfume in her puppy's face for social media following and attention.
Whose dog is it?
Mine.
Why would you make that up?
For followers.
Rory? For followers?
Oh, Patty.
She even tried to play the pity card, saying she did all those crazy things because she wanted to give her daughter and father a better place, the same child she lost access to.
I mean, is there a reason you do what you do?
Your label will sign me and I can live good.
So someone will sign you and you can live good? Okay. Alright. I mean, like I said, I
that
don't...
makes sense. You know, I want a good life for me, my dad, and my daughter. I don't see that's being bad.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but some of the antics you pulled on Instagram, it's not normal.
Apparently, clout chasing was good business for Peaches. She made $1,000 a week and got sponsorships for behaving badly.
You have 1.1 million followers. How much money do you get from Instagram?
I have sponsorships and stuff, so maybe like $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week? Alright. And that's your account.
Fortunately, the puppy wasn't allowed to spend another night under her roof. Max was checked by a vet and he seemed okay but shaken up due to the trauma he experienced living with Brittany. But that wasn't all. She was arrested and officially charged with 1 count of cruelty to animals by DeKalb County Police. Her puppy was taken from her and she is not allowed to have any pets in her home, which is quite a relief. Nothing is safe from her antics, not babies and certainly not puppies. And for the first time, she faced real consequences. She was detained for 2 weeks and her bail was $2,500. Obviously, she wasn't sorry about what she had done, because while she was in jail, she made a video for her fans.
Hi guys, it's lovely Peaches. I just want to say hi to my fans because they all that matter. So hi Peaches, I love you so much. I'll let you know if I've been on hiatus from social media. I want to tell my fans I love you so much.
And when she got out of jail, she went back to creating her gross content. She was starving badly for attention, as she had been locked up for 2 weeks. Sure, she would do anything to make people talk about her, going as far as making people believe that she was a dirty troll.
The place is surrounded by police officers. So, I'm sorry y'all, my itching. So anyways,
Most women wouldn't bring something as private as having an STD to social media, but it's a different case with Peaches. She would describe her STD symptoms using words like fishy and burning.
My be burning and itching, burning and itching. Itching and burning, itching and burning. It be burning and itching, burning and itching. Itching and burning, itching and burning. It be stanky and fishy, stanky and fishy. Fishy and stanky, fishy and stanky.
In this video, she confessed about how her privates burn when she urinates.
Guys, my vagina hurts and I just don't feel good in general. I can barely move. Every time I move, it hurts really, really bad. And my vagina just starts burning. And when I go to the bathroom, it's like hell. Like I can barely even pee without being in pain.
She also said there are bugs in her privates.
Ladies, you know how we got those little white bugs that are pubic hair? I literally, I went to the bathroom this morning and there was a bunch of tiny little white bugs. It's like they had multiplied. So I got a razor and I started shaving down there and all the hair was starting to come off because, I had a little bush grow down there. And all the white bugs was coming off into the hair and they were squirming around and it was really disgusting. Being a woman is just hard and...
Surprisingly, in real life, Peaches takes her bath and brushes her teeth, but on the internet she's known as a literal troll who doesn't shower or keep good hygiene. According to her, taking a shower is a trend, and people only do it to fit in.
Think to yourself. You have to think to yourself, why do I shower? Why do I bath? Why do I do it? What am I getting out of doing this? Am I going to starve if I don't take a bath? Am I going to die if I don't take a bath? It's not a necessity like food and water. Basically, you're just wasting your own water bill for no reason because you want to fit in.
She had created the persona of a troll and she had to stay in character, so she drank her urine and water from the toilet bowl. Britney's content was a ticking time bomb because it had become a health hazard. She would even brag about eating feces to her fans, but she didn't want people to judge her for that. After all, there are people who eat seafood such as crabs and octopus.
I find it hilarious that that's the first thing people say when we argue, and I just be like, okay, I'm not judging you for your favorite food. You judge me for my favorite food because I love poop and I'll eat it right in front of them. I was like, you can talk your shit while I eat shit.
A curious fan asked if she had eaten someone else's, and she shamelessly admitted to eating dog poop.
I like this question. Have you ever eaten someone else's poop? I have eaten dog poop. I have let men fart in my mouth.
That wasn't the lowest she could go. Shockingly, Peaches took her nastiness to a whole new level when she defecated in public. Malls are where normal people hang out and have fun, but for her, it was the best place to take a dump. She would often go on live streams to rant about how badly she smelled. In many of these videos, she would speak about what she called women problem, implying that every woman smells.
Women got vaginas, and vaginas stink. They got toxic waste come out of them. They got little white bugs inside of our underwear. It's just something that we go through as women.
She claimed poop is her favorite food and advised her fans to have some if they have no food to eat. Moving on.
If you can't go nowhere to get food, you can easily go to the toilet and make your own food. Period. And you want to know how you can get some really good shit? If you eat beans before you go to bed.
This next subject we are able to go into will leave you utterly traumatized. Britney has a weird fetish for STDs, and she believes in letting it go around.
Y'all, I was having sex this morning. And after we was done, some of the white bugs that be crawling down on me was on him, and some of them was in the bed, and he was like, what the f***? He was like, what's going on? I said, I don't know.
As sad and unbelievable as it sounds, she is an unapologetic bug chaser. Bug chasers are people who have an insane desire to be infected with sexually transmitted diseases. Experts say this is very much a thing and not something that's made up. There are also gift givers. People who are living with STDs are obsessed with infecting other people as a way of bonding with them. Sadly, Peaches is one of those gift givers who takes pride in distributing sexually transmitted diseases. For example, in most of her videos, Britney would fantasize about STDs.
This is the face of when you find out that you have 4 STDs and I have a parasite.
She dreamed of throwing an HIV party and making a cake to celebrate.
But if I have AIDS, I'm going to throw a HIV party. It's going to be one of the biggest parties I ever throw. I'm going to give myself an AIDS cake. Or I might give myself an STD cake. But to be honest, like, I'm trying not to eat too much sugar because I get really lightheaded. But I'm just like super excited.
She knew exactly what she wanted because she was very specific about which STD she wanted. Chlamydia, herpes, and HIV are top on her bucket list.
I literally got 4 STDs, one being chlamydia. Chlamydia is one of the best STDs you could ever get.
She was a walking disaster, a danger to herself and the men who books her. STD lead to serious health complications, being on medications for a long term and even death. Then she shared a video where she said that she had received the best news of her life. Guess what that is? If you guessed that she had finally gotten STD, you are right. Not only had she gotten an STD, she had 4 different types.
I won't be on here long, but I'm going to talk about one of the best experiences I've ever experienced in my whole life. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I went to the clinic and got tested for STDs. So far, I have 4 STDs.
In this video, she called one of her clients to share the news with him, but it's clearly not the reaction she's expecting.
Are you crying just because we have AIDS?
Who's we? Please, you blame my bitch, please.
Stop crying, you fool. It ain't that serious.
AIDS is serious.
It seemed as if she was messing with him. Well, his wife doesn't have to wait for karma to deal with him because Brittany ensures that her clients have no peace of mind.
Bro, I only have herpes and AIDS.
That shit kills people.
Oh.
What you mean, oh?
Well, rest in peace. Bye.
She went to a restaurant to celebrate her 4 STDs, but she couldn't keep the news to herself and she got kicked out of the restaurant.
I officially just found out that I have chlamydia. I have 4 STDs. I have a parasite in my
Hey. Guys, this is a family restaurant. Come on.
It's bad enough that she wanted to deliberately get herself infected with incurable diseases. She also wanted to pass the disease to her clients so they could go home and spread it to their wives.
When I give them STDs, they go home and they give it to their wives. So I get to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Why are you not laughing?
Because it's not funny.
Apart from the fact that she was getting money and food from her male clients, she was also in the trade to be a gift giver. According to her, she had given a lot of STDs to the men she slept with. Now she hoped to get AIDS as well.
Unfortunately, I've given a lot of STDs out, but I haven't given actual AIDS out because I want AIDS like so bad, and I try my best to catch them, but every time I think I have it, you know, I never get any symptoms, I haven't lost any weight or whatever, and I haven't been blessed with it yet.
A lot of people condemned her for this, but the men who were intimate with her were aware of the risks they were taking, because she has always talked about her kink for STDs.
If I catch AIDS, y'all could see me run that day. I'm gonna be so happy, and I actually didn't take an AIDS test yet.
The truth is, she endured a lot of trauma as a teenager. She had even overdosed on drugs and had to be rushed to the hospital.
I'm going through a lot of my personal needs, so I had tried to overdose. I was taken to the hospital where they just took like flush my stomach and stuff things. So I was in the hospital for like 24 hours, and then they took me to this facility, like a parent facility, and I stayed there for a while.
She was a victim of circumstance. According to her, she was also a victim of sex trafficking. During her late teens, Peaches became a victim of sex trafficking after losing her mom to suicide. She had cut off all ties with her dad and sister, and even denied having a sibling. Having no parental guidance led to her losing her virginity at the age of 13 to a 35-year-old man.
My first love, I was 13 years old, he was 35. I actually lost my virginity to him.
And the men who booked her took advantage of the fact that she had no one to protect her. By the time she was 14, she had slept with over 100 men.
Honestly, I've had sex with over 100 men when I was like 14, I had reached 100. So who knows how many men I had sex with in my life.
At 13, she was dating men in their 50s. Why is she dating older men, you may wonder? They are easier for her to handle, and they have a lot to lose, so they are willing to do whatever she tells them. They even help her promote sponsored content such as this to make her happy, risking exposing their identity and affair. It must be worth the trouble they would get into with their wives. Getting into trouble with their wife might not even be scary compared to what she does to them. Peaches makes her clients wish they never met her. That's because she tortures her clients physically and mentally. Take this client for example. He took her to a motel, and when it was time for them to leave, she refused to go. She filmed him while he kept trying to hide his face from the camera. But to her, she's clearly having so much fun, teasing him and giggling uncontrollably.
Why you turn the lights off?
Because I'm ready to go. Come on.
Good night.
No, come on, we're gonna go.
Nope.
Yes.
Now she's throwing things at him. Every time she hung out with a client, she abused them and yelled at them, leaving them traumatized.
Why are you being this way? Why are you being this way? Why are you so stubborn? All I'm asking for you to sleep here. It's not like I said, get out. All I said was, can you please be quiet when we have sex? That's all I asked.
Take a look at what she did to this one, biting his finger until he screamed out in pain, but she kept laughing. She enjoyed torturing them for her and her fans' amusement.
Okay. Shit, it hurts. Okay, let go. It's bleeding. The pain. It's a bad wound. Stop. Okay, stop for real. Okay, I apologize. Stop. That shit hurts.
She told one client that she exposed their affair to his wife and he started to melt down, but she was just messing with him.
Just fucked you, and I just spoke with your wife as well.
You did? Oh, man. No. Oh, man. Come on.
She also filmed herself making out with them. The raunchy bedroom videos she made of her clients always ended up on her social media accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. But she knew messing with her clients in this way would make them upset, so she ensured that they knew she had 7 boyfriends, although it was only a trick to make the men compete for her attention. She made them believe she was in high demand, especially when she announced her relationship with TikToker Diego Martir. In 2020, social media star Diego Martir shared a cute video of him and Peaches holding hands and hugging. He captioned the video, "Officially dating." This announcement was received with mixed feelings. Some of his fans were happy for them, while others were irritated. "You could have done way better. I expected more than that, Diego." Another said cutest couple. But it turned out that this wasn't a real relationship. It was a pretend relationship, and when she continued to be involved in social media dramas, Martir distanced himself from her.
I just want to say that, like, basically I just do not support it, and I will not be, what's the word, associating myself with Peaches anymore.
There was one time she was in a relationship with a Chinese guy, but it didn't last either. Because the thing with Peaches is that everything is extreme. Back when she still liked rapper Lil Mosey, she asked her fans to give her his home address.
His address, his car, anything you know about Lil Mosey, send it to me because I'm trying to track him down and have a nice time. So I decided that I really want to meet Lil Mosey. So basically, you know, go on the internet, do what you have to do. When I go to his house, I will be going live. So send him pictures of his home, his car, if you have his serial number to his license plate.
However, her attention switched from the rapper to a teenage singer, Malu Trevejo. She was so crazy about Malu that she broke into her home to sniff her clothes. Let's rewind a little. Before she broke into Malu's house, Peaches had already crossed the line. She flashed her privates on a live stream that Malu was on with her friends, Kayla Nicole and Skay Jackson. The girls didn't see that move coming and they were terrified.
Hi, Kayla! Hey, how you doing?
Malu is a singer and social media personality who became one of Peaches' favorite people on the internet. She traveled to Miami for a show, but ended up going to Malu's neighborhood. She hid in the bushes when she saw the security patrolling and pretended that she was a resident of that place.
Living here.
What is it?
Pero eso estaba así.
Oh.
Y la cámara está grabando.
No español.
Thank
Oh,
you.
this
The
aisle.
party's closed 9 o'clock.
Oh, this is closed right now?
Okay. Los equipos.
Then when the coast was clear, she jumped over Malu's gate and entered her home. She was just there to go through her personal stuff and even took a shirt as a souvenir.
Y'all, I got one of Malu's shirts. Oh my God. Malu's shirt. Oh my, it smells so good.
She also thought it was a good idea to go live to let everyone on the internet know she was in the teenager's home. But she accidentally leaked Malu's home address, exposing her to more danger. Peaches thought Malu would be impressed, but the singer freaked out.
I have no family. So that's how you know do shit like that to me. Cause it's easy to do it to me. I'm telling y'all, cause I can't no more. I can't.
She didn't understand why she couldn't go to someone's home uninvited. She was upset and acted as if she was the victim.
As y'all know, I'm a huge fan of Malu Trevejo. So today I went to surprise her at her home. And she was just mad rude to me for no reason at all. She literally went on Instagram making fun of me.
Since she was still in Miami, she decided to visit another singer whom she liked, Bod Baby. It was either she didn't know this was bad, or just didn't care.
Bad Baby here? Does she live here? I'm a fan. She lives in California. Do you know her?
The rapper's mother threatened to get her arrested, and that scared her away.
The police have already been notified. She will be arrested once she's caught. I don't know why the other house she went to had her on camera and didn't notify their security. I can't answer that. But she will be held accountable for what she did.
Malu's fans were also upset with her and wanted her arrested. Mad rude to her for no reason. You just broke into her house? That's still breaking and entering. But the singer didn't press charges against her. Here's the twist. Peaches is not as forgiving as Malu. She couldn't take half of what she dished out to people on a daily basis. She sued a guy over a crawfish order. Peaches appeared in Judge Mathis's courtroom as a plaintiff in a case called the Crawfish Conundrum.
Brittany claims she met the defendant in a chat room and ordered crawfish from him. But he failed to provide the crawfish and refuses to refund her money, so she's suing.
Crawfish is her comfort food, and she has eaten it in several of her videos. She loved crawfish so much that she had trouble with anyone who stood in her way of eating it, and the guy who dared to mess with her, she took him to court. She met this guy, Wade Willie, in a chat room. She told him she wanted some crawfish, but was unable to get any due to COVID-19 lockdown.
Crawfish has always been like a big comfort for me. It's like my favorite food. Like, I'm addicted to crawfish. And basically, I was in this group chat with the defendant, and I told him about how I haven't been able to find crawfish during the COVID days because there was such a shortage of it. And he told me that he owns a seafood place and that he would send me crawfish.
Wade offered to purchase some crawfish for her as he had just inherited a seafood business. Brittany paid him $2,000 of her hard-earned money, and over a year later, she got nothing from him, and he wouldn't refund her money because he had a no-refund policy.
I was told by my suppliers that I could be able to deliver the crawfish, but my policy is I do not do refunds, I can do exchanges. But I was unfortunately not able to do crawfish, but like she said, I was able to do others.
When she began to disturb him over the money, he offered to send her some crabs or octopus, but she hates octopus and crabs and thinks that people who eat them are weird.
He offered me crab and octopus. I don't even know how people eat that.
Correct. But her opinion about people who eat octopus didn't stop the judge from siding with her. In fact, Judge Mathis ruled in her favor. For once, we get a glimpse of a different side to her. Here she's calm, well-behaved, and seems normal. This is certainly not the Brittany we all know on the internet. Judge Mathis promised to check out her videos if only he knows what's headed his way.
Come to me, I'll stop all that, as we have. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you. We're going to look at that site. Just kidding. Have a good day.
He would surely be surprised that this same woman has harassed people for years and got away with it. Unfortunately, she was popular on social media, yet most people don't know who she is offline. But it's even more surprising that Peaches started out as a singer. However, her hunger for attention ruined her music career.
The number you dialed is not in service. Sorry.
That's me low-key. She's a jokey. Always hating on me cause you know that I'm the best.
She wanted to remain in the spotlight, so she started harassing people in public. She would also do wild stuff, like rolling on the floor, talking to herself on live, and whatever crazy idea popped into her head. Now back to her harassing people to get to them to react. She targeted malls and restaurants where just trying to have a good time. She would go to restaurants where families were eating, and she would dance almost naked in front of them and their young kids.
Look at that. Ma'am, you're gonna have to leave, please.
She also had the habit of screaming out things that made no sense and screaming at people at the mall. She was once again kicked out of a restaurant for screaming, but she just went on with her video. When Brittany wanted to make a video, no one could stop her.
You need to stand Nicki Minaj. She's the queen of rap.
Oh yeah, I know.
Period! Period!
Her content kept getting worse, creepy, and even embarrassing. On top of that, she began to eat dirty stuff just to get more attention. That was when people started to dig into her past to know if she was mentally well. As it turned out, she had been dealing with mental health issues and had gone through some trauma. But instead of getting help from a professional, she used her personal issues to gain more attention.
But at the end of the day, I'm never going to apologize for being mentally ill. I'll never apologize for that because that's something that people can't help. So I would never ever apologize for that because that's basically telling everybody on this live that deal with mental illness, you gotta apologize. You gotta apologize for being who you are. I'm not going to spread that message. That's something I would never do. That's something you'll never see me do ever.
And her followers exploded because her audience were teenagers who were easily amused by her shocking content, like making pranks calls. She would continuously make fake calls to 911 and businesses.
"911, where's your emergency?"
Yeah, this is SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't find my way back to Bikini Bottom.
Sometimes, it was the audience who pushed her to do crazy stuff, and she fell for it every time. Peaches then crossed a line she should never have crossed. She broke into a daycare and terrified the children to death. Specifically speaking, she went into a daycare, pulled up her dress, and danced in front of the kids. The children were too young to understand what was going on, and they were so scared that they began to scream and cry. Even with the children scared out of their minds, Peaches didn't stop dancing, and no one tried to stop her, not even the teachers. The teachers who were supposed to protect the children found her antics funny and just kept laughing. Only a selfish person would do something like that, but then she has never cared about anyone. Fortunately, that incident never happened again. Her favorite way to pass the time was answering fan questions on social media, but her responses were always ridiculous and far from the truth, which makes you wonder if she's really dumb or just putting on a show for her viewers.
Do you wash your ass? How does it feel? How does it feel like to be Ariana Grande? He he he. No, I don't wash it. I don't feel like there's a really need for it because it stinks anyways. But
a fan asked her about her opinion on cannibalism, and this is what she said.
Opinions on canned food. I don't have a pantry, so I don't get it. But sometimes I do get ramen noodles. I like ramen noodles. I can fuck with that.
She thinks Barack Obama is the same person as Osama bin Laden.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say too much. I don't try not to talk. I try to stay out of the whole Donald Trump thing. But I'm just be honest. I feel like life was a lot better when Barack Obama was in office, and I feel like we had more freedom, and life was just way better. And I know that if it wasn't better, that he wouldn't have got nominated 2 times.
And she said Jamaican reggae icon Bob Marley is a rapper.
I'm telling y'all, I don't listen to all these rappers y'all be listening to. All these male rappers. I'm totally into female rap. I like to listen to Nicki. I like to listen to Cardi. I like to listen to all female artists.
In the early days of her career, she became obsessed with rapper Nicki Minaj, and she would spend over $20 on each of the Nicki perfumes in her collections. But spending her money on Nicki's perfumes wasn't enough to show how much she loved her. She would also have moments like this where she would cry so hard over her photo. It was like she was consumed by a terrible fever. This illness wasn't caused by bacteria, she became sick with affection. This led to her having public emotional meltdowns and outbursts. It started back in 2017 when she became totally obsessed with the rapper. But what started as a fan showing love to their favorite celebrity turned into several manic episodes. She would scream out her love for the rapper everywhere she went. She would talk about it while in bed with a client. She kept ranting about Nicki Minaj being the queen of rap.
Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap! Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap!
She was even ready to get physical with anyone who doesn't love Nicki. Britney was fast tumbling down a rabbit hole. In 2020, her attention-seeking behavior made her lose it all. Her TikTok account with 1 million+ followers was taken down. Apart from that, several petitions were also signed to get her kicked off the internet for good, and it was because she threatened to harm a minor American singer and dancer, Charli D'Amelio. Charli is a dancer who became famous on TikTok at the age of 16. In 2019, her dance videos blew up, giving her over 70 million followers. Unlike Peaches, Charli D'Amelio's videos were innocent and fun, the kind of content parents felt safe letting their kids enjoy. Now she has over 150 million followers on TikTok. Her large number of followers within a few years is proof of how much people love Charli. However, she was secretly battling depression.
When I hit 100 million, I think I was at the lowest mental state possible, and I looked so happy online, and it got to the point where I was like, I am not doing this anymore. Like, I physically cannot do this. Like, it got really dark to where I was like, I don't even want to be here anymore.
Despite her personal struggles, Charli D'Amelio was in the spotlight and drawing a lot of attention, and Peaches wanted her fans to notice her. Being in the limelight was her thing, so she joined Charli's Instagram livestream. Obviously, her mission was to get noticed because she started to make inappropriate comments. She started talking about adult toys, and her comments became really explicit and weird. Charli didn't say anything about her comments, and this only made her more desperate. Then she crudely said that she wanted Charli and Stranger Things actor Noah Schnapp to make out. He was also on the live stream, and that must have made him uncomfortable. Charli was also uneasy, even though she tried so hard not to be distracted by Peaches. She had to hastily end the session because Peaches wouldn't stop making those crass comments. Peaches couldn't deal with Charli's silence. It was like a slap on her face because she lives for attention. She became so mad that she completely lost her mind. She was even more upset that Charli didn't defend her. According to her, Charli's fans were bullies and they had been bullying her and other influencers, but Charli did nothing to stop them.
Because he cheated on that bully. Like, she sent a huge hate train out on me. Like, if she tells a group of people to hate on somebody, they're going to hate on them because of who she is and because she's white. So shout out to Lil Huddy for cheating on her because he did the right thing. Shout out to Lil Huddy. We love you, Lil Huddy. You did the right thing because she's a bully.
She started releasing videos back to back, asking her fans to tell her where Charli lived. Then she made a video of her talking to a man on the phone about Charli. She said she had hired a 30-year-old man to tape Charli, and the way she kept talking about it was scary.
Perfect 30-year-old man, black man that's gonna rip the fuck out of Charli. Hello?
Right on.
Did you get the pictures of the girl's body?
Hell yeah, I love it.
He go f the shit out of Charli. If y'all know where Charli is located, leave her location in the comments below because I paid this grown-ass man to rip Charli's.
Now everyone was concerned because her behavior was extremely alarming. Her boldness in claiming that she paid someone to assault a teenager was a wake-up call for all. Peaches was unhinged, and everyone who had supported her had helped to create the danger she had become. She was a sick person who needed help, but the world made her famous. If she could go after someone as big as Charli D'Amelio, she could turn on anyone. Now they all wanted her platforms to be taken from her. Some people wanted her to face legal actions, but most of the petitions made against her couldn't get her canceled. Charli and her family never confronted her because she would only drag them into the mud with her. However, TikTok took action against her, and that was the start of her downfall. Her account with almost 1 million followers was banned. They also ensured that she would never be able to return to the platform. Her fan accounts were also reported. She also lost her Instagram account and had to grow a new account all over. People began to watch her like a hawk. They reported every post that went against the guidelines, and her fake accounts were all exposed. Finally, she decided to tell the world the truth, which is what some of her fans have known all along. She didn't fill Cora. She lost custody of her a long time ago. Shortly after Cora was born, Peaches revealed that everything she did was for the sake of her music career. Her entire content was a strategy to grow a strong fan base so she could launch a successful music career. But that worked against her. Now her fans hate her and her name brings up memories of her past scandals. She's also confessed that everything she said about her daughter was a lie. It was all a rage bait.
Most of you already know anyways if you're watching this video. Anyways, I said certain things, and first of all I want to clear it up that I've never done any of the things that I said I did, the bad things. I've never done any of the bad things I said I did. I was basically just like, trolling. And
unfortunately, Peaches with a traumatic background had a chance at fame, but she messed it up. Her music career is now overshadowed by the shameless things she did. These days, she posts her music and dance videos on her YouTube channel. The good part of this new Peaches is that her content is tame and no longer an eyesore. Perhaps the most exciting thing that is happening to her now are the recurring death reports about her. On 3 different occasions, it was announced that Peaches passed away. On January 25th, 2024, the reports about her death started circulating on TikTok, making it the 3rd time.
I've been seeing all this through my For You page. Like, I know who she is, but I forgot who she was. Like, I honestly forgot that she would exist.
However, she is alive and thriving. She's not the one spreading the lies about her death. It seemed her fans were messing with her, giving her a taste of her own medicine. Lovely Peaches fooled so many people for years, and people are now taking their pound of flesh by circulating fake stories about her death. Today, no one pays her any attention, and it's just sad how she ruined her career. She's trying so hard to gain relevancy once again, but not as the troll we all know. But the internet never forgets. That's a jarring fact that has worked against her. Who could ever forget the psychological trauma Peaches put a lot of people through with her lies?